afternoon and welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia, on Warrinjoy, Woiwurrung traditional land for the women's competition here at the iceHQ Aussie Classic, and it's between the Southern Lights in the black and the Canberra Pirates in the white. So it's black versus white this afternoon. Players of note for the Pirates, they've got a couple of ring-ins from some of the locals, Brian Johnson in particular, who is one of the rising stars here of Victorian hockey. And so too is, get there in a moment, there was a couple, but they're not showing up. Yo-Yo Meissner, who is also superb for the Southern Lights. Shay Gunyak is outstanding. She's wearing number 21. She will be one to watch out for as well for the Southern Lights. Southern Lights in the black. And Yak wearing number 21 at the moment for the Lights. Game is underway. And it goes across fairly indistinct there from the face-off line, particularly getting a good win. The Pirates now play the puck up, trying to get it through in the hands of Meissner. She tries to put it across the slot. She's got waiting the slot for her, Brian Johnson, but she couldn't get the pass to her. Still with the puck though, they just hooks it around the back. These two players have played a lot together for the Melbourne Ducks in the AWIHL demonstration season not that long ago. It's just blowing a tyre there was Johnson. And now Gunyak for the Lights tries to pick it up and steal it from Meissner. Meissner looks up ice, tries to find a connection. Couldn't quite get the link across. And the puck is played around the back now, picked up by the Pirates, who shoot from the slot, but there's bodies in the way. And the Lights manage to clear it out. Now coming back in, Brian Johnson with a bit of room, gets around the check. A bit lucky there not to be caught offside there was the Pirates. Puck bobbling around loose in front, not shots fired, and eventually I think that one may just have gone in. Yep, referee calling that one is getting past Eleanor Watson in the net. So we have the first goal of the game going to the Canberra Pirates with a couple of Melbourne ring-ins. Just trying to get our system up to date here too with picking up some numbers that every now and then gets a little bit upset as the face-off is won that time by the Lights, but it's picked up instead by the Pirates. I think it's Vicky Prosic though who dumps it up. No, Karen Hudson, I apologise. They're going to get the numbers and names wrong here a little bit. It's picked up on the boards there by the Lights, who look to play it up ice. Can't quite clear the zone. They kept in Hudson, battling for it hard. Horvath too chips the puck deep into the corner as the Lights try and clear it around the back. That may have been Bowles there, just trying to clear the puck up ice, paying close attention to Kimmy McLeod, as we will have a stoppage and a penalty, and going over to sit in the box will be Lil Mutton. I'm not sure that's an interesting name, but face off now, and the first power play of the game going to the Southern Lights, taking the face off for the Lights. Beck Leader, who is robbed of the puck and coming back the other way with speed, is Brian Johnson. She gets past the defence, gets onto a forehand and shoots. Save there made though. Watson got enough in it to prevent it. As now flying back to pick it up but running out of room, Yo-Yo Meissner, who looks up ice again, trying to find Johnson, but circles around back. Remember, the Pirates are on the kill, so they've got a numerical disadvantage for at least another 1 minute and 35 seconds as the puck is dumped in deep. Going back now to pick it up, Caitlin Noon, who looks up ice trying to find an option. Hasn't got much movement to pass to. Elects to try and get past Johnson, but doesn't. Johnson gets enough of a stick in the way, but they manage to clear the zone now, the Southern Lights. But they've got to try and do something about Meissner, who connects beautifully with a change of direction there to Brian Johnson, who gets onto a forehand, chips the puck across, gets through everything, and Brian Johnson manages to disturb the scoreboard, get one away quickly for a shorthanded goal to the Pirates. They've still got Will Mutton sitting in the penalty box. Face off now will be underway. The Pirates just managing to chip the puck through, trying to get it past Gunyak. But Gunyak is fierce and feisty and a great champion of Australian ice hockey over the years. Shea Gunyak has been playing this game for a very long time and is one of the best hockey players in the country without a doubt. As now picking it up again, the Pirates battling on the half-boards. They are still down a player for another 45 seconds or so, give or take. We're just waiting for the system to catch up with everything. So on the penalty kill, still the Pirates, but they take a shot from a distance. Watson watches it go wide. They've got Hudson up on the point, who just tips it back in, was being pressed by Gunyak. Now the puck comes back up. Hudson with another chance. Gunyak comes up, shuts the door. Unable to clear it out of the slot, though, the Lights. Just 15 seconds to go on the Pirates penalty. They've done a pretty good job so far. One short-handed goal. No real pressure. They take a shot from a distance. And that one went in. I'm not sure that Watson saw that one either. It was up high on blocker side. Didn't quite catch the number there of the player who took the shot. My apologies. But at the drop of the puck, we still have 7 seconds to go on the Pirates' penalty kill, which has so far netted them 2 short-handed goals. So they've been a fairly effective penalty kill, it is safe to say. They are a team with a fair bit of class down from Canberra. And they've brought some big guns with them, but they've also got some good local talent as well, and Johnson and Meissner to really bolster them up as well. But so too the Lights. Shea Gunyak is one of the outstanding players of women's hockey. Penalty now all over, back to full strength. The Pirates, which bodes well for them, but given that they scored 2 shorties, it's going to be up against it for the Lights. So try and put the puck into the slot. Just losing a footing there was Kowalk, but the puck, the whistle is blown. The game is required to stop. And we will have a face-off just outside the defensive zone for the Southern Lights, with 7 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the first 3 goals to nil, the lead to the Pirates, 3 from 6. Lights yet to get a shot on the net as the scorer would see it. Face-off won by the Lights nicely back to their D. Brosco passes it across to Deb Bowles, who went cross-ice, and as is often the case with cross-ice passes, it did get intercepted, and it's picked up there by the Pirates, who now look to reset and charge back in. Racing in towards the slot for them is Oakman, but the save is made by Watson in the net for the Lights. We're going to hear a lot of Watson's name, I suspect, throughout this game. He's going to get a lot of shots, that's for sure, as the Pirates have been very effective so far through this tournament. They're one of the favourites to win the women's competition, and for a very good reason. They keep the puck in high on the blue line. Pressure from the Lights, not enough. So circle around now. Johnson tries to get on a forehand. She goes behind the net, circling up. He's got a loose player in the slot, being tightly marked now. No longer loose. Johnson dances around left and right, gets up high. Shot fired in from a distance is high, but straight into the breadbasket of Watson once more in the net, who makes that one safe. The shot was fired from the blue line. By Diamond Tenor Dowell. He flung it in high. And when you fling it in high at a goalie, it gives them a pretty good chance to make the save. Bri Johnson now goes around the back of the net once more, trying to find someone loose in the slot. Elects to shoot herself, but she's been pressed tightly. Beck Leader did a good job of putting pressure on her. Now she's looking up high, takes a shot from in close again, but Watson in the way, makes the save. Canberra team doing a great job of making sustained pressure. Johnson comes around back the other way now, just to get on the backhand again. Pressure from Leader, can't get past her. Puck goes up high, fired in, but runs into Gunyak's pads. And Gunyak will battle away on the boards, and it is fired back in deep to the corner. Smeaton went there to try and pick it up for the Lights, but it's won by the Canberra Pirates. And they have the puck now behind the net. Johnson once more just cycling the puck around. She had the option of Hudson up on the blue line, chose not to use it as the players battle for the puck deep in the corner. Johnson once more goes in to try and pick it up. It's one there and gets onto the backhand, Johnson, but can't get the puck through the traffic. His body's sprawled around all over the place in front of the slot. Watson, the last line of defence, saves it again. Gunyak now for the Lights with a chance, but he's beaten to the puck by Dowell. Now the Pirates get another shot, but it's chipped up high. And the first catch not managed to be saved there by Watson, but made it safe the second time around. And we'll have another stoppage as the teams will once more reset for a face-off. Face-off won again by the Lights, who are doing a good job of winning the face-offs, but they've got to clear the zone. Just a little bit too much staring at the puck and not enough going and getting it. And it's a bit of an adaptation to the speed of the game. This is a bit quicker than a lot of the Lights players are used to. As they do try and clear the puck out of the zone. Pushed off it though effectively by the Pirates. Back they come once more. Story couldn't quite deal with the pressure there that was being applied on her by the Pirates, but another penalty on the Pirates, and that'll be McLeod, who will be sitting too. The system still not quite giving me the proper order of numbers and names, so I do apologise for being a little bit slow on the call. But we'll do the best we can as the Lights clear the puck in, but puck did come out of the zone, so they have to come back the other way and stick on the with the puck on the stick. There is Yo-Yo Meissner. Gets it through to the slot, but couldn't quite hold on to it. And, she had some help. Meissner spent a bit of time over in Canada not that long ago, and a good player for the Melbourne Ducks. The puck now played back to Meissner. Couldn't quite keep it in that time. Races back now to pick it up. She's got Amy chasing her, but she's going to get there first. There's too much speed there from Meissner as they try and clear the puck out of the ice, out of the defensive zone, and they do in the end. Picking the puck up now with it, just putting it back across the ice. There was Maloney. Who's wearing someone else's number on their jersey. It really does help if you have your names on the back of the jerseys and they're the right names. But anyway, it's a fun tournament, so that's okay. Puck in the high slot there. Couldn't quite be kept in by Mutton. He's battling for the puck now on the boards. The Lights and the Pirates, but the Pirates end up with the puck behind the back of the net, trying to put it across in the slot, being watched totally there by Debbie Bowles. And it is once more made safe by Watson. 44 seconds to go on this third penalty to the Pirates. They've given away 3 penalties, but two penalties. At the first one, they did manage to score 2 short-handed goals. So I don't think you're terribly worried about the penalty count. Someone's going to get a Gordie Howe hat trick if they're not careful. Puck now behind the net for the Pirates. They put the puck into the slot, but good defensive pressure there by the Lights just to shut it down. It's coming back the other way. It's Marshall. Marshall dumped it deep into the corner. Not much happening with that one. She had an opportunity. The puck now rimmed around the back and it clears the zone. Racing over now to try and pick it up is Noon. Noon gets the puck, looks up ice, tries to find an option. She had one, but the pass not quite complete. As the Lights once more play the puck up ice, just losing their footing there, Marshall. But coming in with it safely is Chits. Sorry, not Chits, is Holder. Back on the ice, the end of the penalty for McLeod, who races over to get a change, ignoring the game. Such a common mistake, but anyway. Shot fired, Watson the save. Just got it with the glove. Couldn't save it, couldn't catch it though, just blocked it away. Up on the point, calling for the puck is Hudson. But it goes across the other side, and the Pirates manage to keep the puck in. Going over to get it now, Noon for the Lights, clears it up the boards, but doesn't get it out of the zone. It's still in a possible chance now for the Lights as it's picked up by Marshall, who clears it out of the zone, but doesn't get it as far as she'd like. Now coming back in with the puck picked up and not quite clearing the zone once more, as it's now on the stick of Kowalik. Kowalik robbed there, however, by Gunyak, showing her speed and class. Gunyak racing now up the middle as an opportunity if they can get the pass to her. She's loose in the slot, but no passing lane option now. Coming back 2-on-2, but just facing the wrong way there. The Lights just lost their footing. Desperate back check though. Gunyak shuts it down. She saw the threat. Nice little cheeky backhander too. Clears the puck. I was looking for Stella. Stella battles with Yo-Yo Meissner, who raced in quickly. Stella was waiting for the puck. You just can't do that at this level. You've got to go get it. Gunyak now gets around one, but leaves the puck behind. Unfortunately for her, she has the puck stolen from her by Justin Garrick, who's now looking up ice, trying to play the puck to Meissner. Meissner says it go past her, and we'll have to race back and get it. 1 minute and 43 seconds to go in the first. 3 goals to nil, the lead so far to the Pirates. Both teams getting changes. Puck comes up the ice, and it will be picked up by Chitz, who chips the puck across. Didn't quite go perhaps where she would have liked it to. Now the lights clear it out, and it's on the stick of Story. Story's got to get it past Meissner, who's coming back and keeping a very close eye and giving her no room at all to move as the Pirates crowd that side of the rink and give the lights no options. Doing a good job of shutting down the passing lanes, that's for sure. But it goes up. Bowles keeps it in for the lights. She goes in to apply forechecking pressure, but not quite as much as she would have liked. Now it's Holder who plays the puck across. 1 minute to go in the period. Three goals to nil, the lead. 16 shots to the 1. And now it is on the stick of Johnson, who puts the puck across the front. Back there, though, for the lights was Briscoe, but she couldn't keep the puck out. Wrapping around the back, trying to get a cheeky wraparound was once more Johnson. Puck up to Meissner, who hooks it backhand, looking for a player. She's got her there in Johnson. She knew she was there. Johnson round the back of the net, pinching in now Meissner. She wants a goal. She calls for it up high. Meissner makes the pass. Meissner gets on the forehand, shoots it high, sticks all over the place, but plucking the puck out of the air in the end was Watson once more. 20 seconds. 20.7 seconds, I should say, to go in the first. You can see here Watson making the save. Both of the defensive players for the Pirates pinching in right close, which does open them up to a counter-attack if they can leave that open, but it doesn't happen this time. Puck wrapping around the behind the net, and Johnson, who just chips it up once more. Meissner is going to try and shoot through traffic, gets onto her forehand, shoots. Save made, Watson. 5.7 seconds to go in the first. Can the lights keep the Pirates out for this last 5 seconds and give themselves something to aim for in the second? Time will tell. Puck dropped and run away. Puck again won by the lights. They are doing an excellent job on the face-offs. They're winning those first draws. Just the speed of the game is not what they are able to keep up with at this particular point in time. So at the end of the first, it is 3 goals to the Pirates, none to the lights. We'll be back with you at the start of the second in about a minute. We're about to get underway in the second of 3 periods here at iceHQ. Puck is dropped and we are underway. Face off this time won by the Pirates, who chip across ice. Marie Stella there got a stick on it and just broke up the pass. You can see how risky those cross ice passes are, especially in your defensive zone. There's a lesson in there for every player. Be very, very careful. But it's picked up now in the hands of the Pirates. They played up looking for Mutton, who's got it on a stick. Looks up ice. He's got no one in front of her. Deeks around the check of Amy, but he's picked off there by Bree Holder. And the puck played back into the zone. And it's played through the neutral zone. Both players battling for it now. Now it's picked up by Mutton, who looks up ice, chips it in, tried to get it past Stella's stick. It's gone deep into the corner, and it'll be picked up now by Rumakainen, who gets a shot away in the end, but it's picked up now on the breakout by Holder, who looks up ice. Can't get the puck out of the zone, though, being pressed tightly by the Pirates. Still keeping the puck in the zone, though, is the Pirates. They're trying to get a shot away. Watson just losing a footing there as the puck went across the net, but regains it quickly. Shot fired and goal scored, this time by Hudson, I think was that one. So 4 goals now to 0, the lead to the Pirates. Watson there making a good sprawling save, just managing to get enough of a body in the way to stop everything from going wrong for her. We're just trying to see if we can finally get this number system up and running. It is definitely having a little bit of a conniption. Puck now in the hands of Holder, who plays it across ice, gets away with it on this occasion. As they battle on the half board, just trying to clear the puck out. It won't go. Now, just digging away in the slot there, Watson tried to get enough of a body on it and manages to make the save. It was desperate stuff, but she managed to keep the puck out. And we will have a stoppage and a face-off. 9 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the second. Looks like we've got numbers and names now, so I can give you better coverage. My apologies for the breakdown earlier, but we're good now. The puck is now played up to the blue line, but kept in beautifully by Dowell, who dumped it in deep. As they race around behind the net now, the Pirates trying to clear the puck up, but it's in the hands of Johnson, who manages to get past the pressure. Puck fired up, though, by the Lights as they climb clear the puck out of the zone. Not able to, though. Once more, Dowell goes back in. She's got floating around loose in the slot players as they come out to challenge. Bowles had to come out and do something, but there was a player loose in the slot in Horvath. The puck now deep in the defensive zone once more for the Lights. They're pretty keen to get it out, but it's so far a little bit of a Bri Johnson show as she takes another shot, but Watson was there to make the save. Puck now deep in the corner as they battle. Lights are still unable to clear the zone. They've got the puck there in Johnson, who circles around trying to get away from the pressure of the Lights defence. Still has the puck, gets a bit of room, goes across, tries to find Jasakira. Jasakira gets a shot in. And now the Pirates once more with the puck behind the zone. A lot of zone time for them. The Lights are getting very tired in defence. They do have a full bench, but you can't get a change in these circumstances. You're just stuck on the ice all the time. Johnson now once more on her backhand, spins around, tries to get on a forehand, gets around the defensive pressure. Gets a puck across through the slot, but no one there for the Pirates. It's up high in the blue line. The shot fired by Hudal, but it didn't go. Loose again. Johnson chips away. But Watson manages to shut that one down. Not quite sure. We'll see that one on the replay. You'll see Bri Johnson, if we get the replay, you'll see Bri Johnson got a good dig away, but Watson got onto it and stopped it. 8 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the second. The lead currently 4 goals to 1. And now the timekeeper is just managing to make sure we get this sorted out. Puck fired in deep now by the Pirates, who get another shot away. Now it comes up high, trying to make a connection with Ramakine, who tries to get a shot away, but Watson is there again and shuts it down. I'm not quite sure exactly how many saves she's made, but 29 as the scorers see it so far. That's a lot of shots in the first 30 shots, I should say, on Watson. Clock now working, which is good. As Meissner circles around back. Just fans on the shot, though. She was trying to get a pass up to Martin. Martin fires a shot in on Watson. Watson makes the first save. Big juicy rebound, though. Second shot, Watson in the way again. I think for sure she has been outstanding as Yo-Yo Meissner now comes in. Gets onto a forehand, tries to chip it through. Watson once more the save. Putting in an absolutely outstanding performance there is Eleanor Watson. 28 saves so far throughout the first 2 periods of this game, which is an outstanding, incredible amount of work for that goaltender. At the other end, just the one shot on the net for Erin Breach, who has had to see very little of the puck. It's probably getting a little bit bored at this point, or cold, and that's something you can take advantage of. You can see, though, the Pirates' defence creeping right in. If the Lights can get quick movement and get up past them, they're in with a chance. And you could see just moving up was Dundas, and she saw that opportunity, but they've got to get the puck up to them as Gunyak now battles on the puck, battles on the boards. So get it up and picking the puck up. Not quite enough speed, though, was Dundas. She was in the right place, but outpaced by Hudson. And now it's on the stick of Oakman. Oakman runs into a wall of defence, though. Trying to get across from the forehand. A lot of stick work, breaking everything up on the stick of Kowalik, sorry. Puck still loose in front of the slot, but the referee says enough is enough. And that's Shana Godfrey of the AWIHL and Australian national team fame. She's off to Europe in a couple of weeks to play for Australia again. And we wish her the absolute best of luck on that, but she's here refereeing with us today. She's a former staff member here at iceHQ as well, and we love her dearly. And she's an excellent referee. Thank you very much, Shana. Puck drop, though, one. This time chipping it through was Horvath, as the Pirates look to keep it in and pour on the pressure. 6 minutes and 45 seconds to play in this period. The clock's still not ticking. Not sure exactly what's going on with that. No, clock starts ticking again. That's good. As the Pirates keep the puck in again. The Lights desperate to clear the puck out. They can't. Shot fired from a distance. Goes wide. It's deep into the corner. There's battling for position in the slot. The Pirates players there with numbers that I can't read from this distance. Puck comes up and is fired in from the blue line there by Dowell, who got onto it but flung it high. Gunyak now tries to break it out for the Lights, but runs into her own player and they get tangled up. It's going to go for no icing, not quite. And it is picked up by Hudson, who does a bit of a pirouette trying to find some help. Had Dowell got the puck across to Dowell. Dowell under pressure, though, as Dowell comes back. Gets around the forechecking pressure of the Lights in Marshall. He lost a footing in the process as the puck now coming back the other way. And the Pirates will break it out, trying to get through the middle. Was Kowalik, but it's picked Bowles, who has a shot. It's loose in front of the slot. Debbie Bowles gets a shot on the net. But Erin Breach, although she gave up attempting a little rebound in the first instance, it wasn't quite enough for anyone there to get there and take advantage of it. But a good little piece of play there by the Lights to create that little scoring opportunity. Beck Leader will take the face-off for the Lights. You can see the Lights' defence sitting right up high on the blue line. They know the threat of Bri Johnson in particular, who gets it past one check. She's got to get Bowles back. Bowles is racing back down the middle, trying to shut it down. There's a shot fired by Johnson, but it went wide. It was watched carefully. Referee's hand goes up for a penalty. It's going to be a delayed penalty on someone. I think as soon as a Southern Lights player touches the puck, the whistle will blow, and the Lights will be in the box for something. But they've got to get possession first. Interestingly enough, the goaltender for the Pirates hasn't left the ice. They can if they want, because it's almost impossible to be scored against in the circumstance. They could go 6 on 5, but the goaltender just sitting back there watching it. It's a chance to get warm if you want to. Still a delayed penalty. Yo-Yo Meissner now cycling around, passes the puck back up to Johnson. Johnson chips it in deep, trying to find the stick of Jaxira, who has the puck behind the net. Found Johnson, found Meissner. Meissner with room. Tries to get onto a forehand. He's got to get around Maurice Stella and does. They've got players milling in the slot. The goaltender for the Pirates still on the ice. Doesn't have to be. Shot put in by, I think, McLeod. Still possession. Meissner now flings it in, tries to find a tip in. Puck loose in the slot. And finally, Debbie Bowles gets some stick on the puck. And that will end the delayed penalty and give us the actual penalty. So the ruling there, if you're not aware of exactly how it works, if a penalty is awarded on a player who is on the ice, but the play doesn't stop for some reason, it's called a delayed penalty. And until a player from the team that's the offending team gets control of the puck, it remains as a delayed penalty. The goaltender on the other team can leave the ice and they can bring an extra player on if they want. So you can go 6-on-5 because as soon as the offending team gets the puck, the whistle will blow and you can't score a goal. You can score an own goal and it does occasionally happen, but it's pretty rare. So goaltenders are alert for that. They will leave the ice straight away and get the 6-on-5. But in this occasion, the Pirates chose not to do that. You don't have to. It's not compulsory. But they do have the puck now at the moment as the Lights will be 4-on-5. And they'll be looking to clear the puck up the ice if they can and get it out of the zone as quickly as possible. Whereas the Pirates, well, they just want to see if they can score a power play goal. They got 2 short-handed goals earlier. Can they get a power play goal to add to the tally with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second period? They play the puck up high to the point. Fired in hard by Dale, who was looking for a tip in. It went across the front. Chipped back in there by Hudson. Loose player in the slot is Oakman. Oakman tried to just bat it through, but Watson was there once more in the way. Watson doing a superb job for the Lights. Has been absolutely lit up. As now trying to get a shot away, but sticks in the way there by the Lights. Much better focused defence on the penalty kill for them so far. They're doing a good job of occupying the space. Shot fired high and goes past the outstretched blocker of Watson. And goal scored by Dowell, who flung it in. And you'll see this one on the replay. Dowell shoots high from the blue line. A bit of traffic in front of Watson. I don't think she could see it coming. Let's hopefully we'll get it on the replay. No, looks like we won't. Anyway, it was a good shot. Went high over the blocker. And Watson just watched it sail over the top. There wasn't much she could do about it. So the penalty resulting in a power play goal for the Pirates. 5-0 the lead with 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the second. Pirates winning the face-off this time. Johnson looks across, trying to find some support. Goes herself, takes a shot. Watson the save. It's loose. Watson pounces on it, and it will stop. As does the clock. 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the second. Puck drop, this time won back safely by the Lights. They've done a good job on the face-offs. They have won probably most of them. Meissner, though, skates through everything. Gets a shot. Watson makes the save on the blocker. It's loose in the slot again, bouncing across the front. Watson's doing a good job of making those first saves. But the D's need to clear it out when that happens. As now Armstrong tries to... Sorry, not Armstrong. Oakman, I think that was, who got the puck away. Puck lost in the corner. It's very hard to read the numbers when the jerseys are all tangled up in their shorts. But we do our best. Puck put across the front again. Watson makes yet another save. Johnson goes around the back. She's on her backhand at the moment. She's got Yo-Yo Meissner up on the blue line calling for it. Chooses not to use her. Meissner comes in into high slot. Unmarked. She's very dangerous there if they can get the puck to her. It's an almost certain high percentage shot on goal. Stella sees the issue and comes back to cover for it. We've got a hand up for another penalty, and this time it will be on the Lights. They get possession. Referee has a hand up for a delayed penalty. Meissner circling around. This is another opportunity for Breach to leave the ice if she wants to. Chooses not to. Meissner comes flying straight down the middle. Will lose possession. Manages to keep possession. She goes around the back of the net looking for the wraparound. Puck comes up instead to Jaxira. And the puck ends up on the stick of one of the Lights. And the delayed penalty is now a penalty. And with 1 minute and 45 seconds to go in the second, it will be another power play to the Canberra Pirates. They scored on the first power play. They scored 2 on the penalty kill. Coming over to sit 2 in the naughty corner is April Marshall. And she will have to sit 2 minutes for some misbehaviour. As the Pirates set up for another power play. Referee's just having a little bit of a discussion at the face-off dot. But they're all happy now. Puck is dropped, fired across the front, goes up to Hudson, who flings it in high and hard. But the save made once more by the resolute Eleanor Watson. Up to 47 shots on Watson so far throughout this game for 5 goals. So 42 saves made so far, which is more than most goalies would expect to see in an entire game. Puck flung in again. Watson watches it sail harmlessly past. Comes back up to the point. Hudson walks in. Gets a shot, flings it in. Just a little bit of a lofted hoik. quite get as much on it as she probably would have liked. Up high now goes to McLeod. McLeod tries to get on a forehand, but it's cleared out of the zone. Gunyak holding back, puck flung high and wide. It missed everything, goes deep into the corner again as the Pirates reload. Hudson pushes it back into the deep corner. Back up to Hudson once more, who has the puck down in the feet. She's got a little bit of room, chooses just to chip the puck in again. Goes behind the net, picked up and circling around the Pirates. Play the puck back up to Hudson again. Hudson this time again chooses not to shoot. Instead, it gave the puck to Rumacane. Puck loose in the sight, bubbles up high over the top of everything, bounces off the backboard. Fortunately for the Lights, not into the net. 35 seconds to play in the period. Marshall will be in the box until the end of the period, at least she'd prefer to be. Gunyak got a stick on it and broke up the momentum of Mutton, but unfortunately gets past her, gets past quite a few there. As flying in now is Dowell. Dowell gets onto a forehand, winds, shoots, goes over the top, close. Watson couldn't get a glove on it, but it didn't matter because it didn't go into the net either. And it's behind the net again with Hudson, who tries to put the puck in. 10 seconds to play in this second period. Still on the power play, the Pirates. They fling it in hard. Watson the save, catches it on the chest and manages to pounce on the puck. 2.2 seconds to go in the second. 18 seconds to go on the Marshall penalty. So Marshall will have to come in after the break, straight back into the penalty box. So assuming no goals are scored in this final 2.2 seconds, the Lights will be starting the third period, and indeed they will be starting the third on the power play. On the penalty kill. The Pirates will have the power play for 16 seconds of the third period. Back with you in 50 seconds or so. Welcome back for the third and final period of this Women's League game here at the iceHQ Aussie Classic between the Southern Lights in the black and the Canberra Pirates in the white. The score so far, 5 goals to the Pirates, none so far to the Lights. April Marshall sitting the last 16 seconds of a penalty on her from the previous period. So the Lights starting on the penalty kill to start with. Eleanor Watson has so far faced 49 shots for 5 goals, so she's doing a fantastic job in the net indeed. Better than Jeremy Swayman for the Bruins, that's for sure. But that notwithstanding, here come the Pirates once more. They had Meissner circling around. Sorry, not Meissner. That was Oakman circling around, but just would have been caught offside if they had gone in. On the power play, the penalty now over. Marshall back on the ice, immediately rejoins the play. Just about brushes over the top of Meissner. Meissner saw that one coming as going behind the net now is Horvath, who tries to do something constructive. Puck loose in the side. It was there for Oakman, but couldn't get a stick on it. The puck is in the corner now as Rumakainen puts the puck across behind the back of the net. Tries again to do something constructive, being watched closely though by Holder. Puck's loose in the slot. Meissner will go and pick it up. Just chips it in on the backhand, gets around the pressure of Story. And it's behind the net now, wrapping around, trying to get a shot away is Kowalik, but it won't go. But they can't quite clear the puck out of the zone. Meissner now with room, gets around the check, gets onto a forehand, shoots and scores. Yo-Yo Meissner, puck on a string, stuck to the stick, got around all the defence, and in the end got around Watson as well. You might see this one. Here comes Meissner. She gets across onto a forehand, gets the goaltender moving, and then goes opposite corner. As soon as you can get lateral movement across in front of the goaltender, they have to move. If they can do that, that opens up an opportunity to go 5-hole or over the glove or anything. It opens up a lot of scoring opportunities, and Meissner knows that only too well. He took advantage of it. Watson had to move. No one was going to stop Meissner in that instance. The trick there is just to basically stand in her way and make her have to stop. But just caught offside there was Rumakainen. Briar Johnson was trying to get in. Rumakainen tried to stick a foot back and just stay onside. The rule is it's got to be puck then you that crosses the blue line. Rumakainen was in the zone before the puck was, and so it wasn't offside. Johnson now looking to pick up the puck and does from a nice pass. She's got to get around Bree Holder and does. Had to reset though as Hudson had to dump the puck in deep. Going over now to pick it up for the Lights and chip it out was Dervish, but they keep it in. The Pirates once more, who've done a great job of just constant sustained pressure throughout this game. Puck goes across the front. It was shot in by Dowell, but Watson pounced on it. This little black rubber thing is mine. It's not going in the goal this time. You see that one on the top-down replay too. The puck comes across, assuming it's the right replay. No, that was a replay from the Meissner goal from earlier. Anyway, puck dropped underway. Won once more by the Lights. Back to Bowles, who runs into a wall of white. Can she get the puck out? She tries to get the puck up, but Johnson was in the way. Johnson gets it onto her stick. Gets around one check, gets around two checks. Tries to get the puck across the front. It's loose in the slot. Bowles battling for it. Can't clear the puck out. Not quite strong enough to overpower. Johnson once more with the puck circles. Gets around the pressure. Gets it onto a forehand. Elects to go backhand and try and get past everyone. And eventually runs out of time and space. Bowles chips it up high. Finds Holder. Holder robbed of the puck though. And the Pirates will reset as Rumakainen goes in to try and pick it up. The cross-ice clearance, as is often the case, unsuccessful, ends up on the stick of Johnson, who tried to chip it through. If you're under pressure, you want to play it up the boards, not up the middle. If you play it up the middle, you're giving it straight to the opposition. Johnson now just chips it up high, found Dowell. Dowell goes around, fires hard, puck loose in the slot. Johnson tried to chip it in. Backhand attempt there by Rumakainen, wouldn't quite go. They're still battling for it. Eventually the referee says enough is enough. And there is enough of a glove on it there by Watson to shut it down. 12 minutes and 15 seconds to play in this period. 6 goals, the margin. It shouldn't be stop time now according to the rules. It's more than a 5-goal margin, but I think it's only the last 10 minutes for that particular thing. So the clock, once it gets down to 10 minutes to go, if there's a 5-goal or greater differential, the stop time will no longer happen. Puck loose in the slot. Watson again sprawling, trying to clear it out. Marie Stella trying to do something with it. Gunyak now racing around, trying to create an option up the middle. It's got to stick up the ice, calling for it. Pass went behind her. Gunyak blasts past everyone, but didn't take the puck with her. Puck down loose in the slot, racing over now to pick it up. Amy Stevens tries to hoik it up on the backhand, loses sight of it, beaten to it, and a shot fired from a distance, bounces off Watson. Coming out to pick it up, Armstrong. Armstrong gets around one. It was Gunyak. And that's the hard one to get around. Gunyak just chipping away at the puck, trying to steal it. Pinned up against the board though. Breaks clear Gunyak, and she's got the puck. Looks up ice for movement. Sees not much. Reverses back the other way. She's got Amy if she can get the puck up to her. Chips off the board. Pinching in though. And Amy Stevens has a chance now, but it's picked up Yo-Yo Meissner instead, who gets some speed. Turns on the Jets with beautiful skating. You can see those lovely bent knees. Meissner gets around everyone. Backhand, forehand. Watson has the hand though. And Watson makes the save. Meissner with electric speed and great puck control, but that time just ran out of room, and Watson didn't shirk the duty. She didn't panic, just did the right thing. And Meissner got a little bit too close in the end and gave Watson the puck, right, trying to go maybe 5-hole, but Watson was there to shut it down. 11 minutes and 13 seconds to play in this third. 6 goals to 0, the lead so far. Puck fired across the front, going over to pick it up for the Pirates, looking up to play it up to Hudson, who's loose on the point. Hudson gets the puck. Flings it in. Not a much on that. It was a bit of a hoik more of a hoik than anything else. But now Rumakainen has it. Tries to get the puck into the slot where they're battling it for position. And that's Powell. Kowalik, battling for position in the slot as the puck is held behind the net and cleared out of the zone by the Lights. It's not a bad option. But racing back to pick it up is Dowell, who gets around one, gets around the poke check. Goes down deep into the corner, looking for a player in the slot. She's got Oakman there. She can get the puck to her. Oakman being now watched closely by Marshall, doing a good job of just controlling that space. But now she's free again, Oakman. Being watched by Holder. As now Stella for the Lights goes to try and play it up looking for Marshall. Marshall couldn't get there in time. It got to Hudson first. And now it's on the stick of Oakman, who tries to chip it in. But getting in the way was Story. chipped it across ice. Lucky for them, they got to Stella first, but it's kept in. It's on the stick of Maloney. Maloney robbed, and someone left their stick behind. Now it's on the stick of Hudson, who gets onto a forehand, shoots it hard and low. Watson makes the save, though, through traffic, and that will shut down that one. 9 minutes and 48 seconds. From now on, the clock will continue to tick because there's a greater than 5 goal differential. You don't get stop time in this competition if you're more than 5 goals apart, or 5 goals or more apart, I should say, with 10 minutes to go in the third. So the clock will continue to tick now. Face-off won once more by the Lights, but stolen there, and it's on the hands of Bri Johnson, who cycles around. She's stuck on her backhand, tried to chip the puck deep in the corner, found Maloney. Maloney back to Johnson. Johnson gets into a forehand, chips it up high. It goes to Joe Sarica, but Joe Sarica couldn't get the shot away. She was being closely marked there by Lights players. Johnson now gets a little bit of space in the slot if they can get the puck to her. She's high slot and unmarked. They tried to get the puck across. Luckily for the Lights, in the way was Dundas. Puck now deep in as Bowles tries to clear it out and manages to get it past, but Meissner, wouldn't you know, is there to pick it up. Plays the puck across, finds Bri Johnson. Just losing the puck under her feet there was Gunyak, but now the puck is played out of the zone. Picked up, though, by Horvath. Horvath tries to get onto a forehand, puts the puck across looking for Johnson. It's loose. Shot fired, but it went wide by Joe Sarica. Just put a little bit too much on it and hooked it across behind the net. Puck comes up high, picked up Johnson once more. Electric puck movement as she gets past everyone. She's pushed, though, into the corner. Has to go around the back of the net, cycling around Horvath, creating some space. Johnson tries to put it across to Horvath, couldn't quite make the connection. It's on the stick now of Joe Sarica, who can't do much with it as she's dispossessed by Beck Leader, who did a good job there on that one. Puck goes across into the corner, picked up now by Horvath. Horvath looking to play the puck back up to Meissner. Meissner with room, gets around one, gets around two, gets onto a forehand. Elects not to shoot, puts it back to Bri Johnson. Johnson back to Meissner, back to Johnson. Fans on the shot, though, gets another shot away. It's loose in the slot. Everyone digging away at it. Meissner with the last stick, except for the glove of Watson, who stops it again. 7 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the third. Don't know how Watson's doing it. She must be absolutely exhausted. 63 saves so far, which I think is a record for this tournament. She's struggling to get back to her feet. It has been an epic game for Eleanor Watson, but she's made some great saves. 57 of them to be precise. So plays the puck up now. It's on the stick of Meissner, who tries to get around a poke check. It's pushed off into the corner by Gunyak, who's been superb. Meissner runs into some defence to try and get the shot away. It ends up now on the stick of Rumacone, who was checked there again. Gunyak doing a tower of work. Absolutely, an absolute lesson in how to play the game from Shea Gunyak. Gunyak looks up high, sees a bit of room, doesn't see any movement though. She was looking for Amy Stevens, who was moving but not as quick as she would have liked. We've got a loose piece of, I think, a neck guard on the ice at the moment. As here comes Meissner with speed. She's got room to move. Tries to get around a couple, is pushed into the corner. Nice little piece of Datsukian footwork. But in the end, Watson again saw it into the corner for what must be save 65. It's on the stick now of Rumacone. Can't get the shot away. Chips it back up to Meissner onto her backhand. Not what she would have wanted. Comes across Armstrong. Has a shot. Chips it in through traffic. It goes wide. And now Stella goes over to pick it up. All she can do is poke it into the corner under so much pressure. But now the Lights trying to clear the puck up once more. Amy Stevens with a chance, but Meissner blasts through the middle. There's that magnetic puck. Shoots again. But the bigger magnet is attached to Eleanor Watson, and she saves the puck once more. 6 minutes to play in the third and final period. 6-0 the lead to the Pirates from the Lights. 65 shots on the net, so 59 saves to Eleanor Watson throughout this game thus far, which is an absolutely outstanding epic effort. Superb game from her indeed. Can't stop all of them though. Puck flung in again. This time it goes back around the back of the net as Oakman goes to pick it up. She's looking for Hudson on the point. Doesn't make the pass up to her. That goes herself. Puts it all the way across to the other side. It's on the stick now. Dowell flings it across the front. Tried to get something onto it. Was Kowalik, but it wouldn't quite go. There was enough Lights there in the way, tying her up. 2 Lights on 1 power play though. That means there's 3 players up high, and there is Hudson floating around high. No one on her. It's a great option if they can get the puck up to her. Lights now though try and break it out. Just leaving the puck behind there was April Marshall. as it's picked up now by Oakman. Oakman couldn't quite get the shot away, but racing for it now, Kowalik, who gets it onto the backhand, puts it across the net. Marie Stella, though, there in the way. Can she get to the puck first? She's going to have pressure from Oakman. Beats Oakman to the puck. Tries to clear it up the ice, but only as far as Hudson in the end, who chips it deep in the corner. Gets it back down to Oakman. Oakman looking for options. Doesn't see much movement there, uncharacteristically, for the Pirates. They're standing still. Hudson now calling for the puck on the blue line. Gets it on her backhand awkwardly. Tries to get it onto a forehand. Just chips it back into the corner. They fire the shot into the shot. Hudson again. Shoots and scores. Kirsten Hudson came in from the blue line. Created that with a couple of good keep-ins and shots. Sustained pressure. Eleanor Watson, her eyes must be absolutely salted out with sweat. She has worked so incredibly hard through this game. But a beautiful goal there. Kirsten Hudson came in, got into that high slot position, flung it through traffic. I think there was a bit of a screen as well. I'm not sure that Watson even would have seen it. Went over glove side and into the net to give the Canberra Pirates a 7-0 lead from 67 shots on the net. So Watson has made 60 saves. 60 saves. That's an incredible amount of saves. Meister now chips the puck up, tries to find Johnson. Johnson gets past the forecheck, gets a backhander away to Ramakainen. Ramakainen tries to get onto a forehand, chips the puck in, was maybe trying to find Johnson, but there was enough sticks there in the way for the Lights to shut it down as the Meissner races back in to get it a little bit greedy perhaps there for Yo-Yo Meissner, trying to do everything, but she did have cover from Ramakainen and came up to cover for her as they reset. Now, both the forward and the D there for the Pirates charging in, getting hungry with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play. Meissner now looks up ice, finds Bri Johnson. Johnson looks, there's a big screen in front of her, plays the puck across. Shot goes in and dribbles, but it just bounces off harmlessly off the pads of Watson, but it will count as another save for 61 or 62. Johnson now has to pick up the clearance, looks across ice, finds Meissner moving. Meissner looking up ice, finds Rumakainen. Rumakainen chips it in for Bri Johnson again. Johnson gets onto her forehand, leaves the puck behind, has to pivot around, looking back up high, finds Meissner moving up on the blue line. Meissner skates across, tries to get across on her forehand, doesn't get past the poke check of Gunyak, who saw that one coming. Gunyak once more trying to track Meissner, but she can't take care of all of them. Now, though, she's got a little bit of a chance if she can get to the puck first. She didn't quite. Bri Johnson got there first. I imagine Johnson will be a little bit fresher. The amount of work that Gunyak has done throughout this game has been outstanding. Armstrong now with a chance. No, sorry. Maloney fires that one in as the Lights look to play the puck out of the zone. It was a bit of a problem now. There's a 3-on-1. Johnson now looks across ice, gets clear, chips, but wouldn't you know it, Watson makes a save there. 3-on-1. Johnson had a great opportunity, took the shot. Watson was there. Another shot goes in, dribbles across the front, and Watson will pounce on that one and shut it down. 1 minute and 55 seconds to go in this third and final period. Canberra Pirates 7, Southern Lights yet to score. Eleanor Watson lights out first half for this game. I don't think you can give it to anyone else. There's been some great play. Rumakainen with 3 for the Pirates. Martin with 1. But Meissner with 2 as well. Puck loose across the front. Bounced off some pads. Gunyak now circling around, trying to get away from the pressure of McLeod. Gets herself a little bit of room. She's looking up ice for movement. Desperately trying to find someone that's moving. Amy Stevens was a chance, but she's iced the puck. She was trying to find Stevens, and Stevens saw that she was a chance, but unfortunately it was just a little bit too much on it, and it will be brought back for a defensive zone face-off. 1 minute to play in this third and final. 70 shots now on the net for Eleanor Watson to have to save, and she saved 63 of them, which is a pretty good save percentage, you'd have to say. You might hire her and get her to play for the Bruins. Puck stuck down deep on the boards. It ends up on the stick of the captain, Kirsten Hudson, who just chipped it in deep. Puck's high in the slot, picked up now by Mutton. Back to Hudson, who flings it in. Beautiful tip there by Hudson. Sorry, by Mutton from Hudson. Wouldn't quite go, so close. Hand up now for a penalty on. There's going to be a penalty there on Jodie Dundas for a trip. But I don't think it's going to matter by the time it's all settled and shut down. No, it's a light, not on Dundas. My apologies to you, Jodie. That's a penalty on Melissa Grandemange. And she will sit the last 5 seconds of the game as the puck is put into the corner. Can the Lights clear the puck down the other end and prevent another goal being scored? So far, not looking too bad. It comes up Hudson with the last chance, but the shot is beaten by the clock. And at the end of the third, it is the Canberra Pirates 7, Southern Lights 0. The Lights ending up with a player in the penalty box. 2 to Meissner, 3 to Rumakainen, 1 to Hudson, 1 to Mutton. And the scoring system will tell me what the other ones are in a minute. And a good effort there in particular by the Lights, who were outclassed for speed in that game by all means. But an incredible effort there by Eleanor Watson. Shots on her, 72 for 7 goals. So she saved 65 genuine goal-scoring opportunities and is absolutely exhausted. Someone give that goaltender a push off the net. That's exactly what's happening. Ashana Godfrey gives her the help that she probably needs in order to be able to move. That's a player who's going to need a good snooze tonight to recover from this game. We'll be back with you in the next game in about 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you very much for being with us here at iceHQ.